Hi everyone, time for another grooming with cat video. Today I have Pippin. He is a 7-year-old Bichon and I have been grooming him since he was a puppy, because he is my dog. He is way overdue a groom right now because he damaged his cruciate ligament a few weeks ago, so he's been on strict rest since then, and I didn't want to risk a groom just in case during some parts of the grooming he put too much pressure on his leg. So first shampoo is with the Ordinary Clarity. I love this shampoo, it does a mega job of washing away all the dirt and grease from their coat. I love using exfoliating gloves too, they really help lather up the shampoo and they make it easy to scrub their face and ears and in between their toes and paw pads too, especially as these are usually the dirtiest part of the dog. Even though I've been bathing Pippin at least once a month for the last 7 years, he still hates the bath. He's very well behaved though because I trained him well, but I can tell from his face that he is fuming. Second shampoo now, I have a few different types depending on the dog's fur. As Pippin is a wool coat, I'm using Mother Fluffer. That was Fluffer, by the way. It's incredible for curly coats, especially if they have a bit of knotting, it just blows right out during blasting. Look how absolutely ridiculous he looks when wet. He's like a drowned rat. You can see him struggling a bit on his back left leg here. Probably shouldn't have made him jump up. Oops. Pippin's coat takes ages to dry being a wool coat, so I towel dry him as much as I can to get as much moisture off. Just to speed up the groom. We know I like to do that. He's got some pretty chunky matting on his afro. I'll be honest, I don't really brush him that much because he has a bath and brush every 2 to 4 weeks and that usually prevents any matting forming. But he is a couple of weeks overdue with his poor leg, so knots have formed. So I'm spraying it with Artero Matte X, which is a magical spray that allows me to detangle the knotting with a slicker brush. I'm now spraying his coat with Ordinary Miracle Elixir, which is like a leave-in conditioner, just makes his fur feel super lovely. Happy hoodie on! If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like, and if you're really enjoying it, please subscribe to my channel. I will be forever grateful. Time for blasting, starting with feet and pads as always on a low velocity to allow me to see any knots and also allow the dryer time to heat up. With a wool coat, you need to make sure every hair is straight and dry to the skin so that when clipping or scissoring it's all the same length and will leave a nice even finish. I talk about an even finish in like every video, but honestly prep work is so important for a good groom. Using a stand dryer and brushing will also help with perfect prep work, especially on wool coats, and I really have been meaning to get one, but for now just blasting and slicker brushing is doing a job. Happy hoodie off. I've turned the dryer to low velocity to see how much I can dry with the nozzle on, especially the ears, they always take forever to dry. Yeah, he's not having any of that, so I take the nozzle off and just dry him like this instead. Oh, he has got a few knots. Sorry, Pippy dog. Oh, Pips. Bad Groomer Mum award for me. He fuming. But not too fuming for treats. Nom nom nom. Right, let's see what we can do with this afro then. magical Chris Christensen, melting away any remaining knots. This doesn't hurt, it's just like using a tangle teaser in your own hair. You can feel it pulling a bit, but it's not painful. More treats for a good boy, well done. We had a filming mishap and it didn't film me clipping his back, so starting on his leg and sides instead. He is hopping a bit because he doesn't want to stand on his back left leg. This is why I prolonged grooming him. I'm clipping down to where his hock starts, then I'm going to do his foot with the scissors. Oh, so much fluff coming off, so satisfying. I always do his groin with a 7F blade, which is 3mm, because it's easier maintenance in a sensitive area. Clipping all done, time to scissor, always starting with the tail. For a Bichon tail, just twist the end and then snip a bit off, and it leaves that perfect poof. So I don't normally scissor his feet while they're on the table. I know a lot of groomers do, but I like to pick them up and round them off. I just find it easier, but again with his sore leg, I wanted to avoid him putting pressure on that joint. Look at that round butt. I should really be using my chunkers here rather than going straight in with my straights, but they're not working very well, so I'm going to see if my scissor and blade sharpener can fix them. She's coming in a few weeks. So Pippin is actually the reason I got into grooming. From working at the vets, I always loved doing the matted shave downs that we had in. So when I got Pippin, I was like, yeah, let's just do this myself. I can use clippers, I can clip nails. How hard can it be, right? I'd groomed family friends' dogs before and they had cheap pet clippers offline and they're really difficult to use. So I bought a decent pair, just secondhand because they're not exactly cheap. Then I bought a 3F, which is 10mm blade, and a starter set of scissors from Amazon. At this point, I hadn't really researched how to groom a dog, I just kind of did it to a basic style, and I got a fair few compliments in the park, and people always said, oh, where do you take him? He looks really lovely. So after about 18 months, just one evening on a complete whim, I created a business page on Facebook offering basic grooming services as a veterinary nurse for a low cost because I wasn't very good and I was just working from home. And over the first few months, I actually got quite a few clients, a lot of who are still with me today, 6 years later. And I've just spent the last 6 years grooming part-time, researching how to improve my grooms, doing breed standards, constantly improving my equipment and the products that I use. Ooh, I can scissor this foot picked up because it's his bad one anyway. Yeah, that's how I got into grooming. It's definitely not the path I would recommend. If I did it again, I would definitely do a course. But as I had the experience of handling from my years in veterinary, plus practicing on Pippin and other people's dogs, it worked for me. Right, let's work on this afro. I don't like to take too much off because I love a full head. I started growing out his afro when he was about 2 because I wanted to practice different Bichon styles. But he gets so much attention when we're out, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep it. He looks really cute. Some of the names he has been called are a marshmallow, a cloud, cotton wool, toilet roll, Dolly Parton, and my favourite, Bob Ross. Do you have any other nicknames for him? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Gotta tidy up those lip hairs now. It really makes such a difference to a groom, but you do need to be careful in case they decide to lick their lips while I'm snipping. I then use my thinners to clean up the stained fur around his nose. Again, it really does make such a difference to the groom. There are two ways to hold their face for styling. This right now is a C hold because my thumb and finger are in the shape of the letter C. Or there's also holding their chin fur, which to non-groomers can look a bit harsh, but it's not hurting them unless they decide to pull their head away, in which case I will let go. But Pippin is well trained and just sits there like, yeah mum, do whatever, just send me back to the 80s. Final bits of tidy up now, just shaping off his sides. And snipping off some strays. The cloud all done. He's always so excited after a groom because he knows he's going to get loads of attention and more treats. That's it from us. If you haven't yet, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.